Why Ukraine? The culture, the history, and the war. Boom!
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah, look at that. So this is James here, and Stitch is with us today.
Oh, I saw you forgot my name.
You know, it's the outfit, the costume. You know.
I understand. I was still thinking so long. I said, did he
No,
just forgot my name?
I almost called you Lilo, and I knew
Oh,
because Lilo and Stitch, and so I knew that
in our situation, I guess you were Lilo.
Yeah, there we go. I guess I would be. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Which theme we have today? What are we going to talk about? Because I
Uh,
remember you have a bunch of those.
I do. I do have topics to talk about. But I want to get your opinion before we go forward. What do you think about Kherson right now?
I'm happy. I was
Yeah.
so happy. Really, I was glad because, and I was very proud because I can't say who, but important person from my life was fighting there,
Wow.
and
Wow.
they fight back the Kherson. So I
Rock
was
on.
very proud, very
Hell
proud.
yeah. That's rocking. That's rocking,
Yeah, I was very worried. Like I was just not. I wasn't showing it, but somewhere
Yeah.
inside, like you're. And then next morning I see that her son is Ukrainian, and I like yes, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
now we starting go to uh closer,
Yeah, yeah.
closer.
The strait, they're crossing the Dnipro, possibly. I mean, pushing. They have to keep pushing,
Yeah,
you
we're
know?
pushing Donetsk already.
Yeah,
Half of Donetsk is Ukrainian.
yeah. And that's, and
Ukrainian army are fast. I'm happy. It's
I,
not the strongest in the world, but I believe in my army. I do.
yeah. I think that's a big thing that the Ukrainians learned after Kharkiv. So when the Ukrainian army took back Kharkiv Oblast, and then they crossed the Oskil River, and then they stopped because they were like, okay, we don't want to go too far, and then because we'll get killed. But the problem is that allowed the Russians to sort of um rebuild, regroup, and
Mhm.
now they've got kind of a proper, they've tried to build a proper defensive line. um are you familiar with the Wagner line?
Uh,
Ah, yeah.
I
So this
haven't
is
think about that actually.
okay. Okay. So this is a thing, the Wagner line. Basically, I don't know if it's Wagner doing this. The Wagner group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Basically, what they have done, I'm sure as soon as I show this to you, you'll immediately recognize. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. So what the Russians have done in Donetsk and Luhansk is to build this line of concrete triangles.
Yeah.
So they're like these like concrete pyramids basically,
Yeah.
and they've uh, I mean, what they're trying to do again, they're trying to stop the Ukrainian advance. But here's the interesting thing: they've built this line far back in Luhansk. They've built it far back from the where the battle is happening. So, kind of what that shows, what that means is that they're actually not expecting um, they're not expecting to continue to hold onto that territory. All right, let me see if I can find. I'm gonna find some pictures here. Yes, like that. And okay. Yes, there we go. Yeah, so this is the Wagner line.
Yep.
In
You sent me an image.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And basically, let's see if we can find a map of it. And I mean, it's not going to work ultimately. But what it shows is that they don't think that they can hold their own territory. So let's see. I don't know if you can read all of this here, what I'm sharing on my screen. You have Luhansk here.
I hate when they fucking call Luhansk and Donetsk LNR and DNR.
Yeah. Well, this is the
I
Russian.
am hating that.
This is the Russian propaganda, right?
Yeah, and some of Ukrainians are not sent to, and they tell, "Oh, we LNR and then DNR," and I just like, how you can speak about something that doesn't even exist?
Don't even use that.
It is not existing.
Exactly. No,
it's illegal.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of American media outlets and British media they use like the alleged republics or the false republics. They'll say something like that. But the fact that they drew this line here, this just shows they know that they cannot hold on to this territory of northern Luhansk.
Just it's here, name of the country and the picture Russia, and I see that there is Luhansk National Republic, and I like it's even somewhat hurts because it is not.
Yeah, exactly. But even their own propaganda, this is the Russian propaganda, and they are basically admitting that they cannot, that they know they're going to lose. They know they're going to lose, because if they thought that they could hold on to, the whole, we'll take a look here. This shows all of the areas that have been pushed back. For instance,
James,
looking at, yes.
You showed me the Wagner line.
Yeah.
And I just got on the news channel the picture give me a second. A British scientist. I can share my screen and show you.
Yeah, you should be able to try it. Make sure.
Sure. Here. What I was gonna show, it's here. A British. Oh, God damn it. We call it Minoboroны in Ukrainian. It's like a ministers of protection of the country showed the map of the fightings in Ukrainian, counting on nowadays, today, 15th of the November. It here, 8th of November. Oops. Donbass here. Novakakhovka. Melitopol. Here's Zaporizhia, Dnipro. That's 8th of November. And now, and here shows what meanings have those pictures. All pink areas, areas with Russian control now. And that's for right now, nowadays.
And then, this is from the the Ministry of Defense.
Now they, yeah, Ministry of Defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it means.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they're trying to attack us from the Bakhmut area
Right.
and other areas. They try to push us, but you know what hilarious? They can't. They really can't.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just sad. They're just sending people to die. They're sending their own soldiers, their own citizens who are not really trained soldiers, just sending them to die over and over and over again.
Actually, James, you know, I had friends in Russia. We have some families there. And when war just starts, I was crying. Like I was. Because, you know, I getting ready to school and mom telling me, you're not going to school. I said, why? War starts.
Yeah.
At 4 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the morning, I woke up because I hear the aeroplanes start. And I was crying, not only because of Ukrainians, but because of Russians too. I felt sorry for them, like, because all of them said the same sentence, like, we didn't know where we're going. Actually, almost 9 months passed of the war. What 9 months? 10 months.
Eight. That's almost 9 months. Yeah.
Almost 9. Yeah. I have no empathy for them.
Yeah.
None. They killed it all.
Right.
And maybe it's not nice from my side, but there is no empathy.
I just watched a video.
Not anymore.
Sometimes I record my classes, not always, but sometimes. And I just watched a video of a class that I did on the 22nd of February. And half the class was Russian. Half the class was Ukrainian. And I mean, even at that time, I still didn't really believe that this was going to happen. You know, like I just couldn't believe that Russia could be so stupid.
So dumb.
So dumb. So dumb. And I mean, looking back now, I said some things like, "Oh, I'm sure we can all get along. Everybody's, we're all like brothers."
We were thinking so too, actually, even after 2014.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time when they start sending aggression to our side.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, in my generation,
Yeah.
they did it a million times before.
Of course.
If you read Ukrainian history, all those papers, what was signed about protection and all that, about Ukraine gave away to Russia our nuclear technology. We gave it to Russia.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? With
stupidest thing we ever did.
Terrible. 1995 or 1994, I believe. 1995.
Yeah. Somewhere.
But but here's the thing. There is still a small percentage of Ukrainians who still support Russia. I have a student whose mother is in Mykolaiv. Okay, and he, of course, he's very he's very pro-Ukrainian, obviously, but his mother, she lives in Mykolaiv, like they're getting bombed. She says, I'm a Ukrainian, but I don't support Ukraine. I don't support my government. It's just,
you shouldn't support your government or your president, but you should support your country.
And you should support democracy,
Yeah,
you don't have to.
Democracy is democracy country with a market economic. We call it market economic.
Yeah, of course.
When there is two facts of this type of economic. When there is a propose and there is a result.
Yeah.
Like the companies, factories give you a proposal of some stuff, what you should buy, what you can buy, and people buying it.
And you can choose to buy or not to buy.
Yeah.
That's the key. The key
And
is
you
freedom
can
of
choose
choice.
how much you're going to buy,
Right.
and all that. In Russia, they still have, like in Soviet Union, planned economic,
Yeah.
like factory.
Yeah.
For example, we're going to make for 1 week 10 pieces of bread. Then we made no more than 10 pieces of bread. So one person can get only 1 piece of bread. That's what names planned economic. That's the difference between Ukraine is, God damn it, Ukraine is not perfect country. Trust me,
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, I mean, of course,
Corruption and other stuff. But you know, I love my country, and I shouldn't. I'm not supposed to support in everything and everywhere, but especially during right now, the joke about burning the Moscow sounds more and more real for me.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, no country is perfect, and I get really angry about Americans who say America's the best country in the world. You know, you can't say anything bad about America. I'm like, yeah, you can. And actually, your job as a citizen is to say
change your country, to make it
yeah,
better.
that's like the best thing you can do. Yeah. So
I watched video yesterday in German. I forgot which city. Russians go on the meeting. Russians in German.
In Germany.
We need help. We need support, because in other countries now, for Russians start so.
Yeah.
Like and one girl, Ukrainian one, she used her voice. Afterwards, she didn't have a voice for a couple of days. She did meeting and like flash mob for Ukrainians and other people, and she was screaming that Russia is a terrorist, is a terror country.
Yeah.
And if they will continue, I will feel sorry for them only because of one reason. If they will continue, they're going to lock themselves down into this perfect world.
Yeah, this North Korea perfect world.
Yeah, they're going to just be locked.
Yeah.
And dying on their own and getting no help.
And you know, I don't know if you've watched. There's a Russian YouTube channel called 1420.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they go and interview Russians and they ask them questions.
Yeah.
Political questions. And most of the time, the Russians, they'll say, you know, they say either, I don't know anything about politics, I don't care about politics, or they say, Putin, he's a good man, he's been in this job, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. All I do is I go to work and I live my life, and I don't have to think about that, you know.
I remember you can ask Ukrainians about like, what do you think about our government? I guess I don't have to explain anything. I just saw your reaction.
You get 5.
And what are you going to do with that? I don't know. I was just thinking about, you know, going there and knock all the room up and down.
Yeah.
It's totally between Ukrainians and Russians.
Cultural difference. Yeah. If you get 5 Ukrainians in a room, you will get 5 completely different opinions, and they will argue with each other. Absolutely. And that's a great thing.
There's a time when they drink.
Yeah. Of course. You know, but that just shows you how powerful the cultural the word I would say is impetus, okay, or the cultural desire towards freedom is in Ukraine. Impetus. It's like this power, desire, push, force towards it, and it's never died, and it goes all the way back to to the origins of Ukrainian history, which we will talk about right after I pee. So give me a second. I'm going to stop recording.
Okay.
So, because I think this is a good time to stop recording, and I'm going to pee, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about how Ukrainians conquered Rome, the Roman Empire.
Okay. Sure.
Like, subscribe, and donate to help Ukraine now.